Let's start with a 1-minute hook that will grab the attention of anyone fascinated by history, military ingenuity, and survival tactics. During the First World War, soldiers operated under conditions most of us can barely imagine. Trenches flooded, mud sucking boots off your feet, and artillery shaking the earth like thunder. Communication was slow, and stealth often determined life or death. In the midst of all this chaos, engineers and field officers developed a tool trick so effective, so quiet, that it was almost classified. This wasn't a secret weapon or a revolutionary machine gun attachment. It was simple, mechanical, and silent, but it allowed soldiers to dig, repair, and manipulate their environment without alerting the enemy. For decades, it remained largely forgotten, overshadowed by the dramatic technology of tanks and gas warfare. Today, we're uncovering this overlooked innovation, exploring why it worked, how soldiers used it, and how you can apply its principles in modern survival, bushcraft, and even homesteading. So, why did soldiers carry multi-purpose tools that saved both space and energy? Well, World War I soldiers travelled with incredibly heavy packs, often loaded with ammunition, rations, and all sorts of survival gear. Carrying lots of separate tools just wasn't practical at all. This challenge led to the creation of multi-purpose designs, tools that combined a spade, hammer, and even a saw into one compact, quiet device. This clever approach allowed soldiers to construct barricades, repair trenches, and perform routine engineering tasks without needing a different item for each job. You know, weight distribution was carefully considered to help reduce fatigue, while each function could still be used silently when handled properly. Modern bushcrafters and homesteaders, honestly, can learn a lot from this by consolidating their own tools wherever possible. For example, a sturdy folding spade with a sharpened edge and a hammerhead can serve multiple purposes in survival or farm work. Using one well-designed, quiet tool not only reduces effort, but also keeps operations stealthy and preserves energy. These are lessons taken directly from those forgotten World War I practices. Now, let's talk about how field modifications turned ordinary equipment into highly effective, almost classified technology. The silent tool wasn't just a product of clever engineering, but also of real ingenuity in the field. Soldiers would often reinforce their own tools with scraps of leather, cloth and wood to reduce noise. These do-it-yourself modifications allowed frontline troops to adapt their tools to specific soil types, weather conditions, and operational needs. Sand, clay and frozen ground all presented unique challenges, and honestly, the ability to quiet a tool while keeping it effective could mean the difference between a successful operation and being exposed to enemy fire. This has direct relevance today for anyone working in outdoor survival or restoration projects. You really don't need high-tech equipment. Sometimes simple modifications with accessible materials can improve performance drastically. Wrapping handles in leather or using composite layers to absorb vibration can make tools quieter and much more comfortable during long work periods. The beauty of this World War II precursor lies in its simplicity and adaptability. It shows us that innovation doesn't always come from complex machines or high-tech gear. Sometimes survival depends on paying attention to your environment, understanding a bit of physics, and applying small modifications to maximize efficiency. The lessons from the silent tool trick are, without a doubt, applicable in camping, bushcraft, homesteading, and even historical reenactment. Really, any scenario where quiet, efficient work is essential. By studying these historical solutions, you gain valuable insight into how past generations solve problems with limited resources, and you can absolutely apply these principles to modern challenges. Whether it's constructing a discreet winter shelter, performing stealthy repairs, or just improving your workshop efficiency, the silent tool demonstrates that subtle engineering and thoughtful design can easily outperform brute force. If you enjoyed uncovering this lost piece of World War I ingenuity and want to explore more practical, historically grounded techniques that still work today, make sure you subscribe to In the Beginning. Share this video with friends who appreciate fieldcraft, history and survival wisdom, and stay tuned for more forgotten innovations that can still be applied in modern life.